Hello everyone, and welcome to our first video of digital arts by using the app Procreate. Yeah, so I know a lot of people have Procreate. It is best for doing digital arts, graphics, and more. You can do even with the colors, the gradients, the hues, and the saturations. Plus, you can do a lot of these methods and techniques to do, like from a fancy cartoon, or you can just do it like a fan art. Yeah, so they are developed by fans. Because I know the Procreate is a paid app. I just purchased it by using my own money. So you know it costs $17.99 in Canada, which is 18 bucks. And in the US, it costs $9.99, which is also 10 bucks as you round up. Plus, if you are in your country or your region, and if you want to know the price of Procreate, you can try to research them. But I don't think you might have to convert, like whether I am living to your region's currency. Yeah, so I know different countries have a lot of currencies. Yeah, like dollars, pounds, there can be pesos. Yeah, those are all different kinds. Yeah, so what are we waiting for? I hope we're gonna get started by the first time using Procreate. This is the Procreate app. Okay, so I'm into that. And when it's the first time to use the Procreate app, here you can see those 4 pictures in your gallery. So those are the samples of the picture. Those were developed by fans as a fan art, generic fan art. So you can notice about them, like that's how they made them, has a lot of examples. So each day contain, it's like whether like from a cartoon or a movie or a fantasy. Okay, so when you are starting to do your art, so you see this, those are like the sizes and the samples of the canvas size. So you can see there's a screen size. You have the perfect size for fitting of your iPad or your other type of tablet. So mine is iPad 7th generation. Is yours bigger or just medium or just the same one as mine? Okay, so I might gonna choose the screen size to start. You can either choose the type of the size of the canvas, whatever you want. Okay, we're now doing the art. So at the left side, you can see on the top, this one is the size of how big is the mark, or how small you can see is the brush mark. Alright, so you can notice about the brush library. So here I can you can see those ones, like the names and the marks. As just given an example, I mean like how it looks like. Here's for sketching. Everybody does that too. This can be like an everyday use art for that. So I'm gonna choose a Procreate pencil. And let's see how it looks like. Okay. It's not that bad. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Alright. Yeah, you can adjust your pencil tip. Like, it can be either like this. It's like how does it light? I mean, like how the way it lighter goes by the edge. And this one, at the bottom you can see below the adjusting brush mark size. This is the opacity. It's like how opaque the mark does. Okay, so for this Procreate pencil mark, for example, so you can notice that at the bottom, you see the difference with the opacity. Okay, so there, if you want to do that, you can erase. Yeah, you should erase on that and leave it blank, like whenever you just made a mistake, or sometimes our tools that you might even use to make can be very. All right, I'm just gonna do. Okay, and here's the recent section. This one, that's the use one, that however you like it, or you use that like from history. So I use the first 7s. So on the left side, here are the category brushes, as it contains whether you saw it or saw them. All right. So now, what am I gonna use for it? Okay. So I'm just gonna do this as just a beginner sample. Okay. I'm gonna use that for example. Oops. It's kind of too big. There we go. That's much better. Yeah. Let's see. So I'm just gonna adjust the size, lower 2%. And I want the opacity to be around 89%-ish. Okay. All right. Oops. So what you can remember the shape designs whenever you're coloring to it. There are all different kinds of shapes that people did that, just as in common. So we've noticed that I'm gonna do this like as an example, and then for the color, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna try this out. How do you think it looks? Huh, kind of cute, huh? Yeah, for my cursive handwriting. So you can see this as how I just tried it out. Alright. So now what am I gonna do? Alright. So you can do this as a design. And here you can do the colors. Here are the colors that you've used in history. And for this one, we'll talk about that in a moment. As you can notice, the outer color spinning wheel. Yeah, and it has different sets of hues. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that with blue. And you can notice at the middle, yeah, that's the those are the valuable colors that it's like tragic, that can be for tints, shades, and tones. All right, so for that, I want it that way, and I'm just gonna test it out for a second time. You can even provide by like zooming it out, so that if you want tragic by the monochromatic, carefully. And here's more. You can focus about the colors, but this can be hard as you do the digital coloring method. Here you can know about them. It has a color wheel. And let's not forget that you see the values. Yep, the value. So those ones, the H stands for hue, S stands for saturation, and B, that stands for black line. So H is B. Or B, I think it's base. Yeah, I think, but I'm gonna call out as black line on the top. And you have RGB, which people can recognize that before. And the hexadecimal, you see that there. That's the color code, as named that like from computers or whatever it works there for like any type of gadgets. And here I just set it as a sand. So here are the compact of the palettes. Here's another one. We have the campfire and the flourish. Those are all trajectory and saturation colors, as we can notice them like whenever you see them out in nature. And those are the cards. As you notice that from the compact, you can already know you can see the names of the colors that are written below in one per box space. All right. So anyways, I chose the syrup inking brush. That's good. And now I will focus and let's test it out. So now I just tested them out, just seconds. Just I did in seconds. That's how I did that in cursive by using in a different color recently. Yeah, I was just trying to, like make it the way it looks kinda perfect and beautiful. So you can see the text. That's how I wrote. And sometimes you can edit, like even though almost the same thing as how I do to my, like with my markers. Yeah, like, like when it's like quite thin, they used to be like whether if it doesn't, if it needs to be just a little upgrade, you can know about that. Okay, so you can see that's how I just practice for that. I mean, like how I tried in this gallery art. And you can notice about other ones here. So basically we have the watercolors. And I'm just gonna choose. All right. And I'm gonna use another one. All right. And I'm gonna format as periwinkle. Oops. All right. And I'm gonna go for that. And I'm gonna use this one. And this is the first time that I just now do digital art by using Procreate. And it looks so beautiful. Wow. Yeah, how do you think is that? You can actually write the answers in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I'll see you again next time.